Welcome back, guys. This is part 3 of the tire carrier series. Sorry this one took a little bit long to upload. I've just been super busy with family life, and you know how that goes. Aside from that, in this video we're going to cover the relocation of the license plate and the wiring needed to illuminate the license plate LED. The wear pad plate that I made for the swing out arm, the lock pin, and some minor improvements I made to fine tune everything. Also, I want to take this time to thank everybody that has purchased the build plans for this tire swing out. I'm just blown away by all the support feedback that I got from this. So thank you again. Okay, let's pick up where we left off. Aesthetically, I wanted the wheel to sit as close to the liftgate as possible. I left about a 1/4 inch gap between the tire and the tire carrier frame. Then marked and trimmed off the excess and welded it permanently in place. Now with the spare in the center, it covers the license plate. So I'll need to figure out how to relocate it. But before I do, I installed this silicone rubber plate cover to prevent it from rattling from metal to metal contact. Next was to install a license plate light and bracket mount. This would help provide the illumination needed to make it legal when driving at night. I chose to place it here as it would keep most of the wiring needed hidden and tucked away. To provide power to the LED of the bracket mount, I chose to use a heavy-duty 4-way trailer wiring harness that would be plugged up to the factory trailer plug connector. When plumbing the harness, I tried to leave enough slack to allow the swing arm to open without straining the cable, but not too much where it could possibly get caught or pinched. Per the instructions of the bracket mount, I needed a supplied parking light 12 volts for the black wire and a ground for the white wire. From the car side of the 4-way harness, I used my multimeter and tested the white to be ground. Then switched on the parking lights and tested the brown to be my supplied parking 12 volt wire. Then I soldered an electrical tape on my connections and confirmed the light was working as intended. Also, I forgot to show this, but I also welded in a pull pin that would be used to lock the swing arm in the open position. This is especially useful if you need to keep the swing arm open while keeping it locked in place when parked on a hill or a non-planar surface. Now is to get this ready for paint. Normally, from prep work, I usually just scuff everything down with a Scotch-Brite pad, then wipe it clean with acetone. After letting the paint cure for a few days, it was time to do the final install. I first installed my receiver pin lock, then tightened it down and torqued it to about 100 foot-pounds. One thing to point about how this anti-wobble system works is as you tighten the nut, it also gets rid of the slack in the receiver pin, so you don't have to really worry about it rattling. Then I installed the wear pad that I made out of some Delrin plastic. You can recall this from part 2 of the build series as I shinned it to allow for it. This would give the swing arm a place to rest and slide over it without galling up the frame. Then I installed the oil light self-lubricating bushings. After getting the arm in, I torqued down the nut so that there was some drag when the swing arm swung open. Here you can see I modified the latch handle by welding in some round tube, then adding a bike handle grip to give it a comfortable, firm feel. Finally, for the last time, I installed the wheel and torqued it to specs. Here is a quick video clip on where we stopped at a resting area during our 3-hour road trip to our camping spot. Luckily, I made it there safely without needing to reach for my spare tire, but it was there if I needed it. And that's the do-it-yourself Spare Tire Carrier Swingout. Yeah, that was kind of a mouthful. Anyways, you guys get the point. So aside from the bent round tube that I did for the diagonal support, everything can pretty much be fabricated using basic fabricating tools. So there's no real special tools needed, like a sheet bender or anything crazy cut. So that was the whole goal of mine, was just so that you can go to your metal supply store, get the pieces cut, weld, grind, cut, weld, and piece it all together. And the cool thing is this hitch mounted tire carrier thing, whatever you want to call it, is really universal as long as you have a hitch receiver and you can access the anti-wobble from the backside when you tighten it down. And it should fit most vehicles if you take in consideration of the dimensions I mentioned in part 1. You'll have to make some minor tweaks. Anyways, I'm actually glad to wrap this project up. I really enjoyed the process of building this one up. Down the road, I may add a pull-out table or some sort, or some type of attachment to it. I'm not quite sure yet. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Also, I left links in the video description below on all the items and tools I used to make this, so make sure to check that out. Like always, do me a quick favor and smash that like button and subscribe. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this mini build series, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next project or whatever else I decide to build. I'll see you guys later. Take care.